You're good, right? Yeah.
There's no what? People that they don't get in the street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was down there more for my back.
Yeah, I know. But it's okay.
I didn't think that first stage.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and thank you all for being here. My name is Steve Shirtliff, and I want to first of all thank Cindy Jakes and Irene Ortega, our co-chairs of the Penacook Memorial Day Parade Committee. It was May 30th, 1868, 3 years after the end of the American Civil War, a war that took the lives of 360,000 Union soldiers, that we first celebrated and honored those who fell with this Memorial Day observance. Very few communities in New Hampshire, if any, suffered as much by the Civil War as did Penacook. 12% of the Union troops died in that war. In New Hampshire, of the Union troops that went off to war, 13% lost their lives. But here in Penacook, 220 men enlisted in the Union Army. And of that number, 54 never came home alive again. That's 25%, twice the national average. Numbers and percentages can be so cold and uncaring. I think to exemplify the impact of that war on our village can be read in Brown's History of Penacook. They wrote that during the Civil War and years after, whenever you walk through the village of Penacook, you'd see so many women wearing black, their mourning attire. These were the wives, the mothers, the sisters and daughters of men from Penacook who never came back the way they left. As an old soldier who fought in the war so many years ago and so far away, it gives me great peace of mind to know that as long as the maples on Hoss Hill continue to change to their beautiful fall colors, and for as long as the Penacook and Merrimack rivers flow through our village on their way to the sea, so too will the people who died for our country continue to be remembered by this village. Thank you all, and God bless America. Let me introduce our mayor.
Thank you, Speaker Shirtliff. I was unprepared to speak today, and it is humbling to follow the moving words of Speaker Shirtliff, who is a true son of Penacook. But one of the things that he said struck me, and that is that numbers are cold and impersonal. And I think it's appropriate for that reason that we celebrate Memorial Day 2024 in Penacook here in Boudreaux Square. John Boudreaux was a young Penacook man who joined the United States Navy during probably before World War II. He was a seaman first class on the USS Juneau. Aboard that ship with him were 5 brothers, the Sullivan brothers, who all enlisted together and who all were serving on that same ship. They were involved in the critical battle, some would say one of the turning point battles of the Pacific War, the Battle of Guadalcanal. And while the Marines and Army fought to maintain and control Henderson Field, a vital strategic asset, the U.S. Navy fought the Battle of Savo Island, the Battle of Guadalcanal, and these were disastrous battles for the United States Navy. We barely hung on, but every one of those battles and every one of the sacrifices turned the Japanese back and prevented them from resupplying their troops on Guadalcanal. The USS Juneau was in one of those battles and was limping back home for repairs when it was attacked by a Japanese submarine and sank. And that's where John Boudreaux lost his life, along with all 5 of the Sullivan brothers. And while the Sullivan brothers were celebrated because of the tragic loss to their family, the tragic loss of John Boudreaux to his family here in Penacook and to this village was no less profound and no less memorable. So let's keep John Boudreaux in our minds as we stand in Boudreaux Square, and let's remember him and Speaker Shirtliff's colleagues in the Vietnam War and all of our servicemen and women who have given that last great sacrifice in defense of our country and in defense of our freedoms. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here today. I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and thank you. God bless.
Detail parade, right? Detail left, hey. Laura.